Caitriona Balfe was pregnant on set. How did she hide it during filming? The sensational news spread. People started to whisper in the industry. Caitriona Balfe was pregnant while filming Outlander. This news started from a small source, spreading like lightning through fan forums, gossiping from London to Edinburgh, from Hollywood to Dublin. At first, there were a few whispers. I heard she was hiding her baby under her puffy skirt. No one knew the truth, only word of mouth, and it reached the ears of TV producers. But in fact, this was a conspiracy theory woven by an overzealous fandom, always looking for dramatic details to discuss. Some people even made up scenarios. Caitriona was secretly dating Sam Heughan. She was about to get divorced to protect her image, wanted to use the baby as an Oscar PR stunt. All were lies. The insiders, like Caitriona, never confirmed it, except to actually share that she was pregnant while filming season 6 but kept it a secret from the public. Behind the scenes, the story continues. The director, the producer, and the costume department, costume designer Trisha Bigar, worked together to set up a scene to hide Caitriona's real body, avoiding the audience's recognition. They increased the volume of the dress, used sophisticated camera angles, made her stand behind a table, wore a wide-brimmed hat, used shots from behind or far away to create the illusion. In the middle of the filming season, she covered up all signs. All eyes only saw Claire Fraser, not the real pregnant mother. And the crazy fans still did not realize, until she posted a photo of her little hand touching hers, announcing that she was a mother. The pregnancy hiding contest between the screenwriter and the director. In this story, the screenwriter and the director became two strategic factions. The screenwriter hoped that Claire Fraser would not be distracted by the real story, while the director tried to be creative to balance authenticity and art. They discussed, if we're going to have Claire appear in front of Jamie, we'll have to use a tilted angle, so the light doesn't hide her midsection. One scene became famous for its unexpected camera pan, from the feet to the shoulders, instead of a close-up of the pregnancy. Meanwhile, the stylist made the dress loose, adding a puffy detail at the waist, so that the audience would think it was 18th century clothing rather than a sign of pregnancy. The offset party and the self-forgetting moments. Sam Heughan, in a hidden corner behind the scenes, admitted that at one point he almost touched Caitriona's belly because he forgot it was real. It looked like the fake bellies I've worn before, but then he stopped, because if he had touched it, he would have been punched right away. And the camera crew, all big Scottish men, certainly didn't pay attention to the tiny feminine details, sometimes having to ask Caitriona, "Does this part show a belly?" And they said, "It's okay. It's okay." The intense scenes, and the real emotions. In one particular scene, Claire had to undergo a C-section to save her baby, a scene that was both horrifying and emotional. Caitriona was pregnant in real life at the time. She and her consultant, who was also pregnant, prepared to shoot, wondering, why are we doing this when we're both carrying a baby? The scene in the church, with the baby's coffin, left her shaking with grief. That's the last thing a pregnant mother wants to see, Caitriona says. But she completely drowned out her own emotions to make Claire appear genuine, a role that was both professional and emotional. Little news, slow publicity. It wasn't until the baby was born, in August 2021, that Caitriona posted a simple black and white photo, a small hand holding her mother's finger. The caption was gentle. "We are so grateful that this baby chose us as parents." No lights, no stage, no fanfare, a simple but emotional announcement. "I didn't hide my pregnancy," she insists. "All my relatives and colleagues knew. But I didn't want to put it on social media. I didn't see any value in it." Part 7. Thanking the film crew and the gentle companionship. Caitriona is grateful to the film crew, fathers who became friends, who once kept their cool in front of the camera and now share their parenting experiences, baby gear, and pregnancy advice. I've never had so many messages from a crew of men, she says. Fan reactions. A Reddit fan gushed. I actually didn't realize she was pregnant when I watched season 6. Some people said that filming season 6 felt different, maybe because of the COVID context and filming around the pregnancy. They appreciated the sophistication in the way the show was shot, the set design, the staging so that it didn't show, because in reality, many people were completely clueless while watching. When the secret is blurred, again, after filming ended, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. But then came the post-production phase, and a new worry arose. Will we accidentally reveal something when we color and frame? The post-production team leader, a Scotsman nicknamed MacPixel, recalled, I remember a scene where Caitriona walks down the stairs in the afternoon light. When I reviewed that frame in 4K, I saw a slight curve, too slight, but enough for fans to notice if they played it back in slow motion. So the post-production team had to darken the bottom right corner of the screen to hide her belly. Move the frame 2% to the left to move the focus away from the area that needed to be hidden. Blur the background so that the viewer's eyes would focus on Claire's face. When we first screened it for the producers, someone asked, were we using CGI to force her figure? Not at all. It was all about the costumes and the camera angles. Only once did they use CGI to flatten the shadow behind the dress in a backlit shot. MacPixel laughs. I never thought I would use After Effects to hide the pregnancy. A journalist almost blew the cover. About halfway through filming, an anonymous reporter from a tabloid newspaper received a tip from an extra. The heroine is really pregnant. The reporter, known in the industry as Len Shawk, came to the set under the guise of a behind-the-scenes interview. He became suspicious when he saw Caitriona sitting behind a desk, wearing a long robe, in every scene. During a break, Len Shawk deliberately left his camera on the desk, pointing at her tent. But Sam Heughan, who was passing by, noticed the suspicious behavior. Sam called Caitriona and whispered, "This guy is not okay. He might be lurking." She smiled, adjusted her shirt, and then took the initiative to step out, her belly perfectly hidden by her thick 18th century sweater. Len Shawk didn't get a shot, and the next day, she was banned from the set for violating privacy regulations. Quote,